Hello. When it comes to the thought of sportsmanship, what I really gear towards is the idea that sportsmanship is something that a student athlete has within them. And it is something that can be harnessed and brought out from the coaching staff, from the parents, from the community members, from the teachers, everybody who is involved in the athletic department and within the student athlete's life. Um, of course, when it comes to sportsmanship, there are many examples of it coming about in the athletics that are being played, to the practices that are being conducted, to the classroom involvement of the students and the student athletes. Uh, when asked about the idea of sportsmanship, the understanding of a student athlete in the program is to promote the idea of positivity and expressing the fact that these ideals are meant to bring more of an understanding to the program. Here in Benton High School, the programs that we offer for the students, and of course the sportsmanship availabilities that we have, help to cultivate and bring out more of an understanding of sportsmanship and gaining an understanding of respect and character and having an unwavering support for not only the competitors that we are fighting against in a football game or a basketball game, but the understanding that we as a team and as a program are here to benefit from everyone, benefit from the ideas that we're trying to possess as a student athlete. One thing that we would like for the student athletes to be considerate of is the contracts that we would like for them to read through and sign when it comes to the beginning of the sports season. Um, these contracts would be more along the lines of explaining what the conduct would be for the student athlete, expressing again to them this idea that the sportsmanship is the number one part of the program. That it doesn't matter about wins or losses. It's there to help benefit the student athlete in everything that they do from here on out. Explaining to them that it's not just about winning a game. It's not just about winning a championship. It's about how well we prepare you as the student athlete for the trials, the tribulations that you will have to face as an adult, going through and being a member of society. Like I had mentioned in the philosophy of the sports program last week, the philosophy that I really establish is the idea that this is just a game. Life is something more than just a game. The preparing for life outside of school is more beneficial. Expressing to the student athlete that when it comes to the understanding of character and loyalty and teamwork, leadership, and sportsmanship is kind of the umbrella term for that. Many of the stories that you hear on SportsCenter or on your local news talking about this idea of excellent sportsmanship, it brings to mind a very important story that I have from when I was playing in high school. I had a good friend of mine who he was. It was actually late into the season when we found out that he was diagnosed with cancer, and the whole team was just very distraught, didn't really know how to handle the situation. Never really had something like this happen before in my time. And so when it came to the fact that we find out that he has cancer, we decided to dedicate the season from then on out to him. We had a large showing of fan support, helping to cheer us on and making certain that we do the best we can. When it came down to the end of the season, we were playing against our district rivals, and our cross-district rival, Park Hill South, and we dedicated that game to Sparky, who is this who's a good friend of mine. Who, again, we just found out earlier that week that he had passed away from his complications with cancer, and so it brought a lot of tears and a lot of sadness. But at the same time, we as an individual made certain that we were going to go out there and give it our all and make as much as we could for him. We know that he was a very passionate and caring individual. He loved to play sports, and one way that we tried to honor him was to show how much we cared about the sport, showed how much we wanted him to be there with us to take on the opponent that we were facing, and just share in our successes, and get the story of having the last game, getting to be able to have that moment of silence for him, and to dedicate the game to him. It really just made a lot of sense for us as athletes, because that's how we were going to gear ourselves around it. And it wasn't so that we had something for us to look forward to at the end of the game, that we were going to win the game because of Sparky. It was because we wanted to show our support for his family, for him, and to show to the community that it's not just about the game. It's about the problems that are outside of the game. And when it comes to trying to build that sportsmanship in a program, it's something that can be easily done with videos, with conversation, with anything. But when it comes down to it, it's honestly what the athlete has inside of them. And as an athletic director and continuing to work with the coaching staff, I would myself try to invest as much as I can in the sportsmanship idea of gaining as much support in the student athletes as I can, trying to inform them that this is something bigger than what they are. It's to help the community. It's to help those younger generations of student athletes who are sitting in the stands watching their older brothers or their older sisters, or even just somebody that they know who lives in their neighborhood, participate in this sporting event, that if they get the right to play as good as they did, or have the ability to go out, shake hands with the opponent who they just lost 16 to 15, it makes them really understand that there's a lot more than just winning and losing. It's going out there and it's fighting for yourself. It's fighting for the community. It's fighting for everything that you believe in as an athlete, and coming away with maybe not a victory on paper, but a moral victory, and getting this understanding that it's more than just being there. It's more than just expressing that they are able to win. It's what's inside, and it's how the athletes treat each other. It's how they compliment each other, pick each other up when they're down, and expressing this fact that you have to have something to fight for. And if you don't have anything to fight for, then what is there to do? And this is a great way of showing not only sportsmanship but also character and developing the life skills that these student athletes might need in order to continue their success and move forward into their lives.